There's any inscription on it.
You're quite right,
What kind
Jacques.
of stone?
But it's...
It's alabaster.
Is it?
No, it's a sandstone.
It's a sand.
Sandstone.
Limestone. Yes, it is,
Yeah.
yes.
Hard
Limestone.
lime.
Yes,
Limestone.
limestone.
Look at the detail of this.
Marvelous.
I don't think that's from Egypt itself. Isn't that from Nubia?
Oh, no, that's Egypt. Late dynasty.
He's right, Carl, but we still have to pin it down Egypt as to place and time. Can you do that?
Well, it's late dynasty, so I don't know.
Oh, it's before the Persians, I'll tell you that.
I would think
Twenty-
it's
Certainly,
early.
it's
Early?
early
Yeah.
Persian now.
Pardon me?
Middle, in the middle period, but earlier than you say. I would.
Oh,
I should say
no,
it's
I would
around
say
the
late.
Time of the Fayence.
18th dynasty.
Huh?
18th, 19th dynasty.
No, I would place that to 25, 26 dynasty.
What year is that?
You mean around
You can't get by with this dynasty business
1100 to 1000.
Late.
Trying to say.
1100 to 1000.
I would say
BC.
1500 BC.
I'd give it 1500.
No,
I'd stick with
not that
Benson.
much.
1500
No,
BC.
not
What do you think, Vincent?
1500 BC, same time as
stick
the
with
Fayence
Benson.
book.
1500, 1100 BC. You like that, Carl?
I'm sticking with Benson.
All right. What about the location?
Well, I should say it's in Middle Egypt.
Middle Egypt.
Middle Egypt, I would say.
Upper Egypt.
Upper Egypt.
What do you think, Vincent?
Middle Egypt.
Middle Egypt.
Yep.
Happy mean.
It's just so
pretty.
Yeah, oh, it's beautiful.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. I can see that our panel has no doubt about this being Egyptian, which is quite right. But I'm a little bit happy to say, Jacques, you always accuse me of being happy when you miss. I'm a little happy to say that their date on this is quite a ways off, because this is Ptolemaic Roman period, much later than our panel thought.
So,
We're close.
I was the closest.
Jacques was the closest. On the map, we'll locate this at Thebes, which is upper or middle, not lower, Egypt. It comes from the temple of Tod, just south of Thebes. It represents, or probably represents, the goddess of Tanit, and similar representations of this goddess have been found in the temples at the temple of Tod, just south of Thebes. It dates in the Ptolemaic Roman period, probably 1st century BC or 1st century AD. And now let's move along to next.
Our object this time is a mask. It was made by the Bauli people from the Ivory Coast of West Africa. We can place its time of origin sometime during the latter part of the 19th century.
Now, here's something for you, Vincent. I'm sure you were not placed in Egypt.
No, but from the same continent.
That's it.
But now it gets tough.
Oh, that's a lovely one.
Very beautiful one. It's a late one,
Late, yes.
and it's the tribe we know, don't we?
Yes.
Baole.
Golden Coast.
Yeah. Gold Coast.
Ivory.
Ivory. Yes. And
Ivory.
I think it's a late one. I don't
Yes,
think it's a
it's
very
late.
early one.
Can you give me the tribe on this one? You feel-
Baole.
Baole.
It's not so.
No,
Look at that, Vincent.
No,
but it's not one of the really
kind of
ancient
crummy
ones.
there.
No, but it doesn't have...
That's from being in this
yeah.
country.
Maybe...
There haven't been enough
Before-
faces, there haven't been enough faces pressed against it.
No, it's not, it's a late,
But it's not one of the...
It's at 50 years old, 60
50
years
is the
old.
most.
Yeah.
50 years old.
Very
What
good.
about its use?
60, huh?
You're
It's
so sure
used
where
as
it
a
comes
dance
from
mask.
now. What's a thing like this used for?
A
It's a
secret
mask.
society,
Yes, you see.
I think. Baole, aren't they female societies?
I don't know.
No, don't ask me such
Yeah, I think they're secret female
This is
society.
an anthropological
I don't know
question.
much about female society.
Marvelous.
Well, I don't belong to
This
any.
you
But
know a lot, you know a lot.
no, I don't know anything, but it looks like a female portrait.
Oh, yes, that's...
Represents a female in one of the
That's
mass dances.
Yes.
Right.
That's it.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. They certainly hit this one right on in the face. No question about this at all. Baole from the Ivory Coast, 19th century. So it's within their 50 years, or almost anyway. We locate this one on the map on the west coast of Africa, the Ivory Coast. Baole people. Represents a spirit, as indicated, for good or evil, may be, in one of the ghost dance performances or dance ceremonies. Well, While our experts have time out here for a refresher, why, there's an announcement here which I'm sure will interest everyone.
Sudden emergencies will come along calling for cash in a hurry. United States savings bonds, convertible to cash on demand, fill the bill the safe, sure way. Money you didn't save will never save you. But regular amounts, set aside every week through payroll savings or bond-a-month plans, will save you and help you save.
And now we're back with What in the World, and the next one just coming up.
We are taken back to ancient times by our next museum mystery. It's a chipped flint spear point from Scandinavia and was made sometime during the Neolithic period. This would date it between 10,000 and 5,000 B.C.
Well, Carl, this is your turn. This is in your field, and not in an actor's field, so I think you should give this to
Well,
Vincent.
Carl, this is unfair, and I'll tell you why it's unfair. Because there's a picture of that very implement in my book.
Oh, no. That's
really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why.
Not that one, Carl.
It looks exactly like
It's
it.
one like it, but I can show you it's not that.
Isn't it? Well,
No.
Well, I thought it was almost the same
Is
one.
it American Indian?
No, this is a piece. This is a flint knife, which was made in Scandinavia, probably in southern Sweden or northern Denmark during the Neolithic, and it's a beautiful, beautiful pressure plaking, and it's very, very similar to the stuff that was made in France and over in Czechoslovakia during the Solutrean period by the mammoth hunters, the so-called laurel leaves. But there are so few genuine laurel leaves in this country that it has to be a Scandinavian Neolithic line.
I'm sure there'll be no argument from the rest of you.
I wouldn't even mention.
Yeah, absolutely silent. Absolutely.
Well, Carl, you've got this one so clear. Now, the next problem, how do you date it?
Oh, well, its data is quite late. It's for the Neolithic. It's around, I should say, it's around between 3,000 and 2,500 B.C.
This is late?
Around 2,400, 2,500 B.C. And it comes from those long barrel tombs in Skåne province of southern Sweden.
The point being that the Neolithic in the Mediterranean is much, much earlier, many thousands of years.
6,000 to 3,000 in the Mediterranean, and up here it starts around, well, I think it's going to start a little older than they thought now.
Earlier than that in the Mediterranean.
Yeah, but it's around, it starts around 3,000 up there, and it lasts right down until, it lasts 600 or 1,000 years.
1,500?
You see, these fellows were using flint when other people were using bronze because they couldn't get the metal.
Oh.
You see, they were hard up, you see. It's just like in Vermont where they wear sugar bags for clothes.
Good. You're going to argue with this, Jacques?
Oh, no.
Vincent?
I have nothing to say, thank you.
Thank you very much. I should make a correction on the date given here before, because the dates given in the earlier announcement of this were the Neolithic dates of the Mediterranean. As Carl pointed out, the Neolithic dates in Scandinavia are much, much later. On the map, we locate this one in Scandinavia. We don't know exactly where in Scandinavia. Certainly it's Neolithic, as Carl has said. Recently, there's been a lot of redating of these periods as a result of carbon-14 analysis of old deposits. And I believe the tendency is to bring the dates down in Scandinavia. Isn't that right, Carl?
I think they'll go up again a little bit now.
You do later on.
Just a hair, yes.
Yeah, I see.
They've come down, now they're going up again.
But this is a question of the number of dates they have in carbon-14 from that part of the world. And now we're ready for the next one.
This animal head, made of volcanic stone, is believed to represent a crocodile. While its exact geographical location is not known, it's thought to have come from Costa Rica in Central America. It was made sometime between the 12th and 15th centuries A.D.
Jacques, I'm happy to present you with another piece of sculpture.
It's beautiful, but what is it? I don't know. Look at that.
Gee, it's a lion, Jack.
Yes, of course it's a lion.
What do you mean it's a horse? I mean...
It's a lion. But
I don't think it's a lion.
Jaguar.
You think it's a lion, Vincent?
I think it's a jaguar.
Yeah.
El Tigre.
El Tigre.
It's a baby horse.
It's very interesting. It must be American.
It's volcanic rock.
Yes, but it must be American.
Yeah.
Why must it?
It must be American.
It's got to be American.
But what interests me it is the stones what it goes off. It's very interesting.
Why'd you let go of this thing, Jack? That would collapse now.
Oh, pardon me.
That's all right.
Pardon me. Let it off like that. Well, I would place that. Yes, I would place that in Mexico. Mexico, maybe somewhere in Venezuela or something.
Yeah, I think it's Mexican. I think it comes from either from Chichen Itza, which it could come from around that area in
But
Yucatan.
this stone,
Yeah,
stone,
this is the stone.
this stone. Well, but
There's
that's
nothing
no,
like that. There's no material like that.
the
But
stone.
then it's Colima, Tarascan state.
It might be Tarascan.
Yeah.
It might even be from the Valley of Mexico
Valley of
itself.
Mexico, but more like the Tarascan stone.
It's too bad
Could
the
be,
ears are knocked off.
it could be also maybe Peruvian.
You turned around